Hi, it's Carol Roth, and welcome to Make Your Pitch. And today we are talking about bridal brokerage. And I just first want to say I am so pleased to finally have a pitch from a female entrepreneur to review. Over half of all businesses are started by women, but women tend to start the kinds of businesses that don't need capital from outside investors. And a lot of times, even if they could, they don't go out and seek outside capital. So I'm really pleased to have a female entrepreneur's pitch to review and encourage more women to submit your pitches and to pursue bigger opportunities as well. Now, speaking of bridal brokerage, in particular, I want to focus on the opportunity here. I was pretty blown away that there are 250,000 weddings canceled every year, but better to cancel them in advance than after you're married and have to go through the divorce process. Now, that being said, that is the supply side of the market, but I'm not sure what the demand side of the market is. Lauren did present a few compelling cases of the types of people who would want to buy weddings, but not sure if that matches up with the demand. The other issue that I have is how many of these weddings are canceled a day, a week, a couple of weeks before the wedding versus long enough in advance to be able to find another buyer. So the size and scope of the opportunity is a question mark. And even if you capture a couple percentage points of that market, how big can this company get? How much money do you make as the broker? And is this a big enough opportunity to pursue? And so not only from an investment standpoint, that's a question mark, but I throw that back to the entrepreneur. Is this something that you want to spend your time, your money, and your effort on when the size is potentially limited, when you could potentially go out and start a different business that has much more upside, that would take just as much time, money, and effort to start? Another thing I want to mention about the pitch, which was a bit light on some of the other details, financials, information about the team, but it made a critical mistake that tends to be one of those made, and I'm sorry to pick on the ladies, but it tends to be made by women, and that is apologizing in the pitch. Lauren said that you may think that this is strange, but, well, maybe I didn't think it was strange. In fact, I wasn't thinking it was that strange until you told me that's what I should be thinking. You never want to put those negatives into an investor's mind, especially when they're not thinking them to begin with. If there are objections to overcome, spin them in a positive way, but don't say, I'm so sorry, or this may seem strange, or you're not going to believe this, or it's not that interesting. Using that kind of language immediately discredits your enthusiasm for what you're doing and plants information in my head that I may not be thinking anyway. So I think that this entire business model is a little bit limited in scope, but here's the good thing, is that it's one of those that you can try out on a smaller scale and prove out the concept without putting a lot of money at work. So go and test this and see if this is something that you can do. I have a feeling that not only there's such a small scope to the market, but I have a feeling that this is something that's very specialized in terms of geography, and that it's probably served best from a local, I'm a wedding planner, I know some people type of situation rather than a national platform. But you can prove me and other investors wrong by trying this out and getting it proof of concept and doing it on a limited basis before you invest all of your time, money, and effort. And hey, if you take the risk out and you prove the concept, then it is a game changer. So those are my thoughts on bridal brokerage. Would love to hear your thoughts on the blog below.